Hello friends, this video on human eye and the colorful world part 9 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched all the videos till part 8 before going ahead with part 9. So with this, I will conclude this lesson because this lesson was mainly concentrated on these small topics which were based on reflection and refraction of light, and I hope I was able to explain you the important things. So let us now look at some of the problems based on whatever we have studied in this lesson. So here comes problem 1, which says a person needs a lens of power minus 5.5 diopters for correcting his distant vision. For correcting his near vision, he needs a lens of power 1 plus 1.5 diopter. What is the focal length of the lens required for correcting distant vision and near vision? So let us first talk about distant vision. Before that, let me remind you what is the relationship between power and focal length. Power is equal to 1 by focal length, right? That is how power of a lens is related to focal length of the lens. Okay, so for the first part, that is for distant vision, it says that the power of the lens is minus 5.5 diopters. Therefore, focal length of this lens will become 1 divided by power. So 1 by minus 5.5. So this becomes equal to minus 0.181 meters. So this would be the focal length of the lens required for correcting distant vision. Similarly, for near vision, power is given as plus 1.5 diopter. So the focal length in this case will again become 1 divided by P, that is 1 divided by 1.5, which comes out to be 0.667 meters. So this would be the focal length of the lens for correcting near vision. Let's look at problem 2. It says the far point of a myopic person is 80 centimeters in front of the eye. What is the nature and power of the lens required to correct the problem? So what is the problem that the person is having? It is myopia. What is myopia? It is nearsightedness. That means you can see nearby things clearly, but you cannot see distant objects clearly. Right? So the problem is that you cannot see distant objects clearly. So that means in this case, the object is at infinity, because nearby objects you can already see clearly. So we do not need any lens for that. So for what condition we need a lens? When object is distant. That means when the object is located at infinity. So we will see that u is equal to infinity. And what is the far point? That means the maximum distance for which the person can see the image of the object, that is 80 centimeters. That means V is given as 80 centimeters, right? Now we have to calculate the power of the lens. So in order to calculate power, you will have to calculate the focal length. So once you calculate focal length using the lens formula, you will be able to calculate power, right? So now let us use the lens formula. So what is lens formula? It is 1 by V minus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. Now let us remember, this is our eye and this is my eye lens, right? So what happens in case of myopia? In case of myopia, the light rays entering inside the eye forms the image much before the retina. Instead of forming the image here, it forms the image here. Right? So this is the problem of myopia. So in this case, your object is somewhere here and your image, where is the image formed? The image formed is real and inverted, and you are able to see the image is formed here. That is a real and inverted image, but it gets interpreted by the brain. So your image is formed on this side. So you will put this as minus 80 centimeters. So using this equation, you can say that 1 by V is equal to 1 by infinity will be 0. So this will be equal to 1 by F. So from this we can say F is equal to minus 80 centimeters. So this would be the focal length of the lens. Because what kind of lens we need to incorporate in this case? We would need a concave lens. This should be the lens, because concave lens is the one which will diverge the beam of light and make them converge on the retina. So we will be using a concave lens. Correct? So for this concave lens, what do we know? In case of any concave lens, the image is formed on the left hand side. The object is also on this side and the image is also formed on this side. That is true for any concave lens, right? Your U is also negative and V is also negative for a concave lens. So your V was negative and you get your focal length as minus 80 centimeters. So once you get the focal length, you can calculate the power of the lens as 1 by F, that is 1 by minus 80, which is equal to minus 1.25 diopters. So this would be the power of the concave lens needed. So what is the nature of the lens? Nature of the lens is concave and power of the lens is minus 1.25 diopters. Let us look at problem 3. It says, make a diagram to show how hypermetropia is corrected. The near point of a hypermetric eye is 1 meters. What is the power of the lens required to correct this defect? Assume that the near point of the normal eye is 25 centimeters. So what happens in case of hypermetropia? In hypermetropia is farsightedness. That means you are able to see distant objects clearly, but you cannot see nearby objects clearly. So in this case, let us suppose there is an object here. So the rays of light coming from here, they converge much beyond the retina. So the image is formed here. This is the defect of hypermetropia. So how can you correct this? By making these rays converge little quickly so that they converge on the retina. So how can you do that? By incorporating another convex lens. So if you employ another convex lens, then the rays will converge little quickly and they will converge on the retina, and as a result image will be formed on the retina and it can be corrected. So this diagram shows how hypermetropia can be corrected. Now the problem says that the near point of hypermetric eye is 1 meters. And we know that in hypermetropia, the person is not able to see nearby objects. That means the person is not able to see objects which are placed even at least distance of distinct vision. So what is the least distance of distinct vision? 25 centimeters. That means even if the object is placed at a distance of 25 centimeters, the person is not able to see it correctly. So U will become minus 25 centimeters. What will be V? That is the image. The distance of image formation, that is the near point of hypermetric eye, which is equal to 1 meter. That means the nearest distance of the object for which you can view the image, that is 1 meter. So that means the image is formed at a distance of 1 meter from the lens. So this is again negative. So now applying the lens formula, you can say that 1 by V minus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. That means minus 1 by 100, because 1 meters will be equal to minus 100 centimeters. So this is minus 1 by 100 minus 1 by minus 25 is equal to 1 by F. So from this we get F is equal to 0.33 meters. So this would be the focal length of this convex lens. So what would be the power? Power is 1 by F, that is equal to 1 by 0.33, which comes out to be plus 3 diopters. So this would be the power of the lens required to correct hypermetropia. Let us look at the last problem of this lesson. What happens to the image distance in the eye as we increase the distance of an object from the eye? I have discussed this several times while teaching this topic. Still, I'll repeat it once again. Now, what happens to the image distance in the eye when we increase the distance of an object from the eye? See, the image distance in case of eye always remains on the retina. That is, the image always is formed on the retina. So there is no change in the image distance. What changes is the focal length of the eye lens. And how is the focal length changed? The focal length is changed by the contraction and expansion of these ciliary muscles. So when the ciliary muscles contract, ciliary muscles come closer to each other, it makes the lens thinner. When the lens becomes thinner, the focal length increases. And when the focal length increases, we are able to view distant objects. Similarly, when the ciliary muscles expand, it thickens the lens. As a result, the focal length decreases and therefore we are able to view nearby objects. Because for nearby objects, the image is formed beyond focus. So therefore, in this case, focal length increases, so focus shifts inside. So therefore, beyond focus means the image is formed somewhere on the retina. So please, this is the key concept of the functioning of the eye, that how image formation takes place in eye. So with this, I will conclude this lesson, and I hope that you are able to understand the concepts in this lesson. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.